UFC is addictive for so many reasons, and once you start paying attention, it's hard to stop. The main thing that grabs people first is the sheer intensity and rawness of the fights. Unlike many sports where you might get a lot of downtime or slow moments, UFC is packed with non-stop action, tension, and unpredictability. You never really know what's going to happen next, and that makes your brain constantly alert, waiting for the next punch, kick, or submission attempt. It's like a roller coaster ride that keeps flipping and twisting in ways you didn't expect. One of the biggest pulls is that UFC feels like the ultimate test of human strength, skill, and willpower. When fighters get into that octagon, they're pushing their bodies to the absolute limit. You see the sweat, the pain, the exhaustion, and the determination right there on their faces. It's raw and real. No filters or fancy choreography. That kind of genuine struggle is something most people relate to on some level. It's like watching real-life warriors battle it out, and that creates a deep emotional connection. What makes UFC even more addictive is the incredible variety of fighting styles you get to see. Unlike a sport that's limited to one type of skill, UFC combines boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and more. Each fighter brings their own strengths and strategies, so every fight feels unique. You can get totally invested in watching how different styles clash and how fighters adapt to each other mid-fight. That unpredictability is a huge factor in why it's so engaging. Another reason UFC hooks people is the stories behind the fighters. These aren't just athletes, they're people with struggles, dreams, and backgrounds that often feel like movies. Some come from tough neighborhoods, some overcame serious injuries or personal hardships, and many have dedicated their entire lives to this sport. Following these journeys makes the fights more than just about the physical battle. It's about heart, resilience, and sometimes even redemption. When you know a fighter's backstory, you root for them harder, and the stakes feel much higher. The emotional roller coaster of UFC events also plays a huge role in its addictiveness. Fights can be unpredictable, with sudden knockouts, dramatic comebacks, or unexpected submissions. This keeps fans on the edge of their seats because anything can happen at any moment. You might be watching a slow start, then bam, a single move changes the whole fight. That rush of adrenaline and excitement is a powerful feeling that keeps people coming back for more. UFC also creates a sense of community among fans. Watching fights becomes a social event where people talk about upcoming matches, debate fighters' strengths, and share their predictions. This camaraderie adds another layer of enjoyment. Being part of a group that's passionate about the sport makes the experience feel bigger and more rewarding. Fans even follow fighters on social media and get updates on their training, personal lives, and upcoming fights, which keeps the engagement going between events. Social media and online platforms have played a huge role in UFC's addictive nature. With highlight reels, fighter interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and fan discussions available 24/7, it's easy to stay connected and always have something new to watch or talk about. These platforms create constant buzz and excitement, fueling the fans' obsession and making it hard to miss out on any news or drama. The tension and pressure built into each fight are also a major factor. Unlike sports with long seasons and multiple games, UFC fights are relatively short, but incredibly intense. A single fight might last only 15 to 25 minutes, but it can feel like hours because of the non-stop action and high stakes. Every second counts, and fans feel the weight of the moment, which creates a unique emotional experience. This intensity makes the sport feel special and addictive in a way that slower-paced sports sometimes don't. Watching UFC also gives people a chance to appreciate and admire human athleticism and discipline. The fighters train for years, sometimes decades, mastering techniques, improving their endurance, and preparing mentally. Seeing that level of dedication and skill live in the cage can be inspiring and fascinating. It motivates fans to push their own limits, or just gives them something exciting and positive to focus on. Another addictive aspect is the rivalry and drama that naturally comes with combat sports. Some fighters have long-standing beefs or personal grudges that add spice to their matches. When these stories play out in the Octagon, it's like watching a real-life showdown that's been building up for months or years. This kind of drama makes the fights feel much more intense and personal. Plus, UFC's production and presentation make the sport super appealing. The build-up to fights with press conferences, weigh-ins and hype videos creates excitement and anticipation. The atmosphere at events is electric, with fans cheering, chanting and reacting live to every moment. Even watching from home, the broadcast quality, commentary and replays make it easy to get sucked in. Finally, UFC's global reach means there's always something happening somewhere in the world. New fighters emerge, titles are contested and records are broken. This constant evolution keeps the sport fresh and fans engaged. Whether you're watching for the technical skill, the drama, or just the thrill of combat, UFC offers it all. All these factors combined make UFC an incredibly addictive sport. It's not just about the fights, it's about the stories, the emotions, the community, and the pure excitement of watching real human beings battle it out in one of the toughest arenas on earth. Once you get hooked, it's hard to look